Hello YouTube, it is KG and in the video. Today, I'm doing something a little bit different. I just wanted to sit down and have a talk with you guys because I find filming a vlog absolutely impossible for the reasons that I am about to discuss in this video. But while I am sitting here having a little chat, I thought that I would do my makeup so that you have something to watch. I could have just uploaded another podcast, but I decided to just try this. I've never filmed at night before. And I've never filmed at this angle. Normally I'm turned this way because my window is right here. And, sunlight, you feel me? But today we're filming at night because this is something I ought to master. So we'll see how this goes. We'll see how you guys feel about this look or whatever. So I'm going to be doing some light filming makeup, if you will. My mom recently gave me these two palettes, Poison Apple and Autumn Spice by Inquires. So I'm going to try these out. And I'm also going to do a little bit of face makeup because I like the sensation of tapping my face with the moist beauty blenders. I just had to send an email to my professor because my senior project, it's a film. I was having some troubles with it, as we do. And I sent her the email, and then I checked my other emails, and I saw there was one from my university finally giving me an answer and letting me know that although we do have classes in person and I've been forced to attend those, we are not having an in-person graduation ceremony. I'm just putting a little powder to kind of like mattify my face because I look kind of shiny right now. So we're not having in-person graduation, so the school decided instead that they would offer us 20% off caps and gowns. For a cap and gown that I'm going to put on and just not wear anywhere, I'm going to need a little tiny bit more than 20% off. I'm going to need 100% off because I don't understand why we're made to pay for that in the first place. Especially because, it's college. I already gave you tens to hundreds of thousands of dollars. It is 8:59 p.m. on October 13th. I graduate December, I think, 12th. So I am almost exactly 2 short months away from graduating, away from being done with college. I originally was supposed to graduate last semester as a 3-year student. But I transferred to put me a semester behind, but I'm still graduating a semester early when compared to my high school class. So I'm in a position where I'm graduating. No one else is graduating, which I didn't think would be the position I would be in. I definitely thought some of my other friends would end up graduating at the same time as me, but my one friend who was going to graduate at the same time as me changed degrees and switched to a master's mixed program. So she's going to be in school for an extra year compared to everyone else. And everyone else, I'm not going to put on any primer, everyone else is graduating at the appropriate time, which is next year. No, it's not. It's in the spring. I'm only a semester early. Yeah, I'm graduating in fall. They're all graduating in spring. It's technically next year, but anyway. So in order to apply for jobs in animation, which is what I'm getting my degree in, I'm getting a degree in digital animation. In order to apply for jobs in animation, you have to have a portfolio, which typically you put on a website. So you have to have a portfolio website, you have to have a resume, you have to have cover letters, and you have to actually apply. That's how you apply for a job. I've needed to prepare these things, and I've prepared them in the past because I have applied for internships every summer for sure, but even some during school semesters of my degree. I've applied for internships. I've applied for probably over 100 internships. I only counted 1 year, and I think I got up to 30. I don't remember. I've applied for tons of internships. I have worked 0 internships. So I have no experience, which leads me to think that my portfolio must not be very good because it hasn't gotten me hired in the past 3 years. And I also need to actually attach it to a URL, a custom URL, not just the website at wix.com. I actually need to do that. So I'm moving over to WordPress because it's cheaper than Wix and I'm a cheap bitch with no job. So I'm moving over to WordPress, and as I'm moving over, right, I open up a portfolio, like my illustration portfolio or my animation portfolio. I open up one, I look at it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, all my artwork is terrible. It's all just horrendous, and I'm never going to get hired. How could I think that I was going to get hired when my portfolio looks like this? I must be stupid. So then I panic, as we all do. I begin to panic, oof. And the panicking and stress combined just make me completely incapable actually working on my portfolio and actually finishing it. So the portfolio website just continues to get doted over and pussyfooted around as it has been for the past 2 months. And on top of that, the resume has not been updated. The LinkedIn doesn't have a resume on it because the resume hasn't been updated. It's all just mess. So I'm absolutely not prepared to start applying for jobs, even though I was supposed to start yesterday. When I started my senior reel class, we were told to make our own schedules because, we're adults now. We can make our own schedules now. So, according to my schedule, I was supposed to start applying for postgrad jobs yesterday. I didn't do that. I was very sad all day, which is part of the reason why I haven't really been posting. I've been A, very busy, and B, very sad, and C, very stressed, which has made it very hard to post. But I was sad, and so I said, okay, let me drink some of my vodka, which I did. And then I said, okay, I have a little bit of energy now, so I'm going to look at jobs. And I looked. And I looked at the qualifications, and I just was like, you know what? No. I mean, I couldn't apply anyway because I don't have a portfolio ready. But even if I wanted to apply to those jobs, I had no confidence in doing it. So, it is October. I graduate in December. My goal was to have a job already lined up by the time I graduated, as is most graduates' goals. And you know what I have? I have nothing. I have crickets, and I have air. It's hard to get into certain industries, but certain industries, it's not. I have a lot of friends, as do most people, who study medicine or nursing of some kind, right? Super easy to get a job. There's hospitals everywhere. They're almost always hiring. Just apply. Business. Trillions of options. Just apply. You can work literally anywhere. Animation. And part of the way that I made myself more confident, part of the way that I was like, okay, I'm going to get a job because I'm doing this, was that I decided to apply internationally. Nationally, international. I was applying worldwide, baby. So, I mean, in theory, that's where I was going to apply, but I've applied nowhere. So I was going to apply worldwide. So as a matter of fact, last night I was looking at jobs in the UK. Because while I would kind of like to stay in my current state, I think it's affordable. It's got plenty of job options. And it's, what I have planned. Plans. I don't have any plans. No plans, just vibes. That's my 2020 motto. But it's what I envisioned at a time. It was staying in my state. But I also had times where I envisioned going to Europe. And I'm just like, why not apply everywhere? I'm not likely to get a job anywhere. Oh my gosh. And then all the job boards are like, oh, in order to get a job, you have to apply to 300 places before you get one interview. There's not 300 jobs. I don't have that many options. And then I found out the scammery of the animation industry is that a lot of companies, you're required to post a job listing when there is a job available. But a lot of companies don't ever even look at who applies because they don't need to. They just hire people who already work there or people they already know, or one of the employees has a friend who does this, and so they just hire them. They never even look at the job board. So why am I putting so much thought and energy into my portfolio that I'm going to submit to the job board that no one's going to look at and I'm never going to get a job? I figured out this hairstyle that I really like. That is slicked edges and 4 braids. 2 braids stay out in the back, or I fully take them out for a braid out effect. And then 2 braids I tie up. And I think it's really cute, and it's absolutely 0 effort, and I love it for those reasons. So I've been thinking okay, what's the backup plan? What if I can't get a postgrad job? What do I do? Because obviously I'm just going to keep applying, but am I just supposed to just keep applying forever? And as I've been thinking, I'm okay, most artists freelance is their backup plan. I'm not prepared to freelance. Part of the reason I started this YouTube channel, well, a lot of it is because I like to talk to myself. Part of it was because I was like, okay, maybe this can set me up to freelance. Because a lot of YouTubers nowadays have Buy Me a Coffees, have Patreons. A lot of YouTube artists nowadays, their Etsy's, when they let their YouTube crowd know that the Etsy has restocked, stuff gets sold out in seconds. And I was like, okay, let me get up a little YouTube crowd. And then I can show them my stuff. And if they like it, they'll buy it. And if they don't, they won't. And that can be nice for both of us because I can show people my work and see what is received well. So I was like, okay, I'll do that. I'll do that. I have 70 something subscribers. That's not an income. So then there's Instagram, where I have like 300 something subscribers. I can actually check. I have 335 followers on Instagram. That's not an income. That's not an income. So those two backup plans are just no. Not at the moment. I mean, I'm still on YouTube, but I'm still on Instagram. Instagram because it's kind of a requirement. Like, I know I said like resume, portfolio, LinkedIn, whatever, but you kind of need an Instagram too. For art, at least. YouTube, because I like talking to myself. But at the moment, they're not incomes. So I'm like, okay, what else can I do? I work at Office Depot at the moment. Obviously, I can just keep working at Office Depot. But $9.50 an hour is not going to get me where I'm trying to go. Like PostGrad, I have these plans that I would like to get into fruition. And $9.50 an hour is just not conducive to those plans. Why did I contour my nose? I literally never contour my nose because it always looks ridiculous because I'm bad at it because I never do it. Why did I decide to do it today? So then, okay, I found this YouTuber who I really like. She's very small. She has 700 something subscribers, but I really like her. Her name is Marnie something. There's not a lot of Marnies on YouTube. You'll find her. Marnie Jean, I think. And I really like Marnie. And she was in a similar position where she just couldn't find a postgrad job. She graduated at the time of Corona, though, so she had more of an excuse than just being inadequate and nervous. But Marnie, she works as a golf cart girl right now. And tips make her enough that she can pay her student loan debts, and she's thriving. She's thriving. So I'm like, okay. Could I work as a golf cart girl? There's golf courts around here. Golf courts? Golf fields? Golf fields. Golf occurs. I still don't think that's going to get me where I want to go. I don't think that's going to make me happy. And I really want to get a postgrad job related to my field. But like, it's an option, isn't it? I don't know. I need money. Really. That's the only reason anyone works is for money. I even do my lip contour. How am I supposed to get a job? On top of not being able to get a job because I'm inadequate and also just not really trying, I don't know like what's going on because I haven't known for years what's going on. I haven't known what I'm going to do post-grad. I've made like ideas, but like I said, no plans, just vibes. I hate vibes. I never say the word vibes, but no plans, just vibes describes me perfectly at this moment, so I really don't have a choice. So my whole way of figuring out what I was going to do was supposed to be getting a job. I will get a job, and wherever the job is, we'll kind of decide what happens for me from there. But we've already discussed how the first bit isn't happening. So speaking of finding a second plan, a second form of income, a backup plan, Etsy. Let's talk about Etsy. I've had an Etsy before. I had an Etsy, I think I was in high school. I had an Etsy, and I advertised it. I paid for the Etsy advertisements. I advertised it around the area. I left cards everywhere. I put money and time into advertising my Etsy, and you know how many items I sold? 0. Meanwhile, there's a girl who is not an artist. She was in my high school class. She's not an artist, but she just makes, little things with resin. She starts an Etsy. It's been a few months and she's had over 200 orders. So this has made me this along with other things, along with just a pattern of failures, has made me kind of feel like maybe I'm just not made for this. Like maybe art is just not my style. Maybe I'm just not supposed to be doing this. Maybe this was just supposed to stay a hobby and I've messed up. Because every time I try and make money with my art, the whole point of having a job, I fail. I fail in ways that no one else fails. And it's just really curious and has really led me to just think, I'm not meant to do art, which is concerning. Because, that's what my degree is in. So this kind of thought pattern has made me kind of regret everything. And it just has me sitting up at night wondering, why did I get this degree? Why did I do this to myself? They told me. What am I doing with my eyeballs right now? Oh my gosh. They told me, Kayla, don't study art. You won't make any money. And I said, I know, but I'm going to take a risk on myself. And then I said, you know what? I'll study animation because that interests me and I can get hired with a salary. That's the best of both worlds. And everyone was like, oh, that's so cool. Every time I tell someone I study animation, they're like, oh my gosh, so cool. It's not cool when you don't have a job. I've just begun to think that I'm not meant to do art and that I'm just not very good at it. That's why I can't get hired anywhere for an internship. That's why I can't pull myself together to make a portfolio to apply for post-grad jobs. And that's why, presumably, I'm not going to get any post-grad jobs because I'm just not good at this and it's not what I'm supposed to be doing with my life. And I just wasted $3,000 on a degree that I don't need because I can't do it. Graduation. We're going in circles in this video. Graduation, right? I'm in honors college at my college, right? Probably 80% of the reason I did honors college is because I don't like my school's graduation gown. But if you're honors grad, you get a fun, huge, sparkly, pretty gold sash. And I was like, I want a gold sash. So I decided to become an honors student and I did my whole honors program and now I'm not even going to a graduation ceremony. So what was the point? And then it's obviously like, okay, I could just take graduation photos, but I don't want to. Because the thing about graduation photos is you're supposed to put a caption of like, oh my gosh, my life is going so well. Look at this job I got. What job? Direct me to the job. I didn't know, but if someone hired me, please just let me know. I'll be on a plane, a bus, whatever I gotta catch. I'll be there. But someone has to hire me first. Another backup plan that I've thought of is marketing and graphic design, because there's a quadrillion billion graphic design jobs available. And I've done two graphic design internships, both of which, well, one in high school, one in college that only lasted a month, but they existed. So I'm like, okay, I have experience. I have the skill set. I know all the programs. I could do graphic design. Don't tell my future employers this, but I don't like graphic design. I find it kind of nauseating. So I don't really want to do that. Plus, it's not even like a starting point. It's not even like, oh, I can do graphic design now and just move into animation. The two are completely unrelated. So doing graphic design is just doing graphic design. And I don't, part of the reason why I didn't go to grad school and study business after college was because I said I don't want to. I don't want to do business right now. I don't want to have a backup plan right now. I want to give this the full chance that it deserves. And going into graphic design would not be giving this the full chance that it deserves, but it might be the only way that I can get a job. But it's nauseating and I don't want to do it. So I am in a very tricky situation right now to where this lighting is making my eyeshadow look terrible, but it's not that bad in person. Maybe that's how my portfolio is. Maybe the website just makes it look terrible, but it's not that bad in person. I really don't know. I would say, just based off my own conceited, biased opinion, that I am one of the mid-range artists at my school. I wouldn't say I'm at the top of the charts or anything, but there are some mediocrity at my school. I'm not even going to lie to you. There are some mediocre students in there who I genuinely don't know how they pass some of the classes that they pass. So I feel like I'm mid-range, mid to high-ish, but I know some students who are just way better than me. So with that being said, like mid-range, I should be able to get a job, like maybe like a small little studio that doesn't know a lot of people and could just really use my help. I should be able to get that job in theory, but in practice, it has never happened. And obviously, the solution to this problem is to just apply for jobs. And if I don't get any, to go from there. There's no point in worrying about what if I don't get a job before I don't get a job. And it's also like, where's the deadline? Like, I've considered, because I'm so busy with my senior project. So busy. It takes up so much of my time. I'm so busy with my senior project. Part of the reason I haven't been uploading, by the way. Then I'm like, maybe I should just wait until after I graduate to even start applying, because I just really don't have time right now. But It takes a few months to get a job. That's why I wanted to start applying in October, so I would have a job by December, January, February. You get what I'm saying? So if I wait until December, then I'm just pushing back when I have a job even further. And I told the people at Office Depot when they hired me that I was just working this job until I graduated in December, and then I was going to get a post-grad job and be outie. So what am I supposed to tell my managers when I'm not outie? That I'm just a loser? This is a really nice wine color. I'm using this. It's very nice. Y'all don't care. Stress is all I've ever known. On top of that, my relationships with people have been stressing me out because I can't really, see and talk to my friends at the moment. Stressed, busy, corona, the deal. So communication has been down. And I just feel like I'm being a bad person. And then with my boyfriend, he claims he's going to follow me wherever I go. That if I get a job in England, he's coming to England. I don't really believe that. I might be getting dumped. That's another thing. I might be getting dumped after I get a job. And I know he's watching this. And he's probably like, Kayla, come on. But, be on my level for a second. He has a whole entire job. Why would he leave his job? This is so pretty. It doesn't look as pretty on camera as it is in person. This is gorgeous. It's patchy. But that's just because I don't know how to do anything.